More shouting. I think this applause is for some new honors.
While Caesar straddles the narrow wood like a giant, and we pretty men walk under his huge legs and look forward only to dying dishonorable as slaves. Men can be masters of their fate. It is not the destiny's fault, but our own faults that we're slaves. Brutus and Caesar, what's so special about Caesar? Why should that name be proclaimed more than yours? Write them together. Yours is just a good name. Pronounce them. It's just as nice to say. Weigh them. It's just as heavy. Cast spells with them, and Brutus, we call up a ghost as well as Caesar. Now, in the name of all the gods, I ask you, what food does Caesar eat that has made him grow so great? Our heirs should be ashamed. Rome has lost the ability to raise noble men. When was there ever an age since the beginning of time that didn't feature more than one famous man? Until now, no one could say that only one man mattered in all of vast Rome. Now, though in all of Rome there's room for only one man, you and I have heard of our fathers talk of another, Brutus, your ancestor, who would have let the devil himself reign in his Roman Republic before he let a king rule.
I have no doubt that you love me. I know now what you want me to do.
I'm glad that my weak words have provoked even this small show of protest from you.
The games are done and Caesar is returning.
As they pass by, grab Casca by the sleeve, and he'll tell you if anything important happened today in his usual sour way.
I will do so, and he looks angry.
Cascus will tell us what's the matter. Antonio.
Caesar.
They shouted 3 times. What was the last cry for?
I want men around me to be fat, healthy-looking men who sleep at night. That Cassius over there has a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Men like him are dangerous.
Don't fear him, Caesar. He's not dangerous. He's as well given noble Roman.
I wish he were better, but I'm not afraid of him, and yet I will capable of fearing anyone. Cassius would be the first man I would avoid. He reads a lot. He keeps an oblivion. He sees his hidden motives and what men do. He doesn't like plays the way you do, Antony. He doesn't listen to you. He rarely smiles, and when he does smile, he does so in a self-mocking way, as if scorns himself for smiling at all. Men like him will never be comfortable while someone ranks higher than themselves, and therefore they're very dangerous. I'm telling you what you should be feared, not what I fear, because after all, I am Caesar. Come over to my right side, because this your step, and tell me what you really think of steps.
You toed on my clothes. Do you want to speak with me?
Yes, tell us what happened today that put Caesar in such a serious mood.
But you were with him, weren't you?
If I were, I wouldn't need to ask you what happened.
A crown was offered to him, and he pushed it away with the back of his hand like this. And then the people started shouting.
What was the second noise for?
The same thing.
They shouted, wait. Who offered him the crown? They shouted 3 times. What was the last cry for?
For the same thing.
The crown was offered for him 3 times.
Yes, indeed it was, and he pushed it away 3 times. Each time more gently than the last.
Who offered him the crown?
Antony.
Tell us how it happened, noble Casca.
I can't explain it. It was silly, and I paid no attention. I saw Antony offer him a crown, though it wasn't a real crown, and as I told you, he refused it once. Though in my opinion, I thought he would have liked it. Then Antony offered it to him again. He refused it again. Then Antony offered it to him the 3rd time. He refused it the 3rd time, and as he refused it, the commoners hooted and clapped their chapped hands and threw up their sweaty hats and let loose such a great deal of stinking breath, because Caesar refused the crown, that nearly choked Caesar, because he fainted and fell down. As for myself, I didn't dare laugh, for fear of opening my lips and inhaling the stinking air.
But wait a minute, please. Did you say Caesar fainted?
He fell down in the marketplace and foamed at the mouth and was speechless.
That's very likely. He has epilepsy, a disease where you fall down.
No, Caesar doesn't have epilepsy yet, and you and I, and honest Casca, we have epilepsy. We've fallen.
I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm sure Caesar fell down. The rabble applauded, and he asked him according to whether he pleased them or displeased them.
What did he say when he regained consciousness?
Indeed, before he fell down, when he realized the commoners were glad he refused the ground, he pulled open his robe and offered them his throat to cut. If I'd been a common laborer and hadn't taken him up on his offer, to hell with me. So he fainted when he regained consciousness again. He said that if he'd done or said anything wrong, he wanted to know that it was also his sickness. 3 or 4 women near me cried, "Alas, good soul," and forgave him with all their hearts. But never mind them. If Caesar had stabbed their mothers, they would have forgiven him.
And after that, he came back in here looking so serious.
Yes.
Did Caesar say anything?
Yes, he said something in Greek.
What did he say?
If I told you I understood Greek, I'd be lying. But those who understood him smiled at one another and shook their heads. As for myself, it was Greek to me. I have more news too. Mellus and Flavius have been punished for pulling scars off statues of Caesar. There you go. There was even more foolishness if I could only remember it.
Will you have dinner with me tonight, Casca?
No, I have a commitment.
Will you dine with me tomorrow?
Yes, if I'm still alive and you're still staying, and your dinner is worth eating.
Good, I expect you.
Do so. Farewell to you both.
What a student man he used to become. He was so sharp when he was in school.
He's still sharp when it comes to carrying out a bold or noble enterprise. Though he puts on this show of stupidity, he speaks roughly, but what he says is smart, and his roughness makes other people enjoy listening to him.
You're right, that's how it is. I'll leave you for now. If you'd like to talk tomorrow, I'll come to your home. Or if you don't mind, come to my home, and I'll wait for you.
I'll do so. Until then, think about the well-being of Rome. Or Brutus, you're noble, yet I see that your honorable character can be bent from its unusual shape, which proves that good men should stick only to the company of other good men. Because who is so firm that he can't be seduced? Caesar resents me, but he loves Brutus. If I were Brutus now and Brutus were me, I wouldn't let him influence me. Tonight I'll throw through his window a few letters in different handwriting, as if they came from several citizens, all testifying to the great respect Romans have for Brutus, and all alluding to Caesar's unseemly ambition. And after this, let Caesar brace himself, for we'll either dethrone him or suffer even worse than now.